Hi guys, welcome. I'm Kadian Snow. I'm actually a self-published author of now 10 books, and I'm a creative person, a little bit of a book nerd, and I would say a very ambitious person as well. Now, this is one of my books right here. It's called Choose Your Friends Wisely by Kadian Snow and Jermaine Hilton. Now, I wrote this book on November 20th. I finished it within like maybe 3 to 5 days. It wasn't long. I didn't take long to finish this book. And the idea came to mind when a friend of mine's, Jermaine Hilton, my co-author, the both of us decided to collaborate and work on this book together. And the reason why I decided to call it Choose Your Friends Wisely is because of our personal experiences that we've had with choosing friends and how we have been hurt by friends, people in our lives that we consider to be friends, quote unquote, and how we want to help kids, because it's a kids book. We want to help kids navigate about what to look for, qualities to look for in a good friend as opposed to a bad friend, and what are the boundaries you can put in place. These things that wasn't taught to me, and I want to impart on this knowledge to kids as well, and adolescents. No, Choose Your Friends Wisely came about because of my personal encounter that I had back in 2016. I About September 25th, 2016, 2 weeks before I got married and I migrated to the US. I had a best friend at the time. I'm gonna call her name because I really don't give a fuck. But my best friend at the time, Melissa, and her boyfriend Wayne had invited me out to a party at Mass Camp right there in Kingston. I think it was Footloose it was called. And they invited me out, not unbeknownst to me. I didn't know what they had in store for me or what the plans were, the plans of my enemies, because they weren't my friends. They apparently were my enemies and I didn't know. But the both of them did something where they drugged me, and I'm not dead, but from what I remember when I was there the night with her, and I remember I walked out and I was walking out, and I felt a lot of guilt because I was having some problems with my mother-in-law at the time, and because of something she said. She was like, oh, you shouldn't have stayed in Jamaica, you should have left and go up and don't keep no wedding. And I was upset because I was like, you're part of the reason why I kept a wedding in Jamaica, so why are you complaining, and why didn't you tell me this earlier before I made all these payments? No, her and her boyfriend drugged me. They didn't molest me or rape me or harm me any further, because apparently the drugging was what was supposed to be done. And I remember I was telling her, like, carry me to the hospital. And I said to her, Melissa, you need to carry me to the hospital. Something is wrong with me. And the girl looked at me and asked me if I can afford it. I remember these things like as if it was yesterday. And I even think to say, why wouldn't you carry me? Like, it's an emergency. Something is wrong. I noticed that something is going on with me. I could have been having an asthma attack. You don't ask people if they can afford it. You carry them to get to the emergency room. Here in America, if somebody fall down and drop on them to them want ambulance, you have to call the ambulance and get them to where they need to go, because it could save their life. No, her and her boyfriend came out. Instead of them carrying me to the hospital, they had me sitting down on a stool, because at that time everything was pitch black in my mind. I don't know what I was going through, if it was a near-death experience or what I was going through, but everything around me was pitch black. I saw cars, I saw people, but it was just different. And I remember I took my phone from her and I took my phone to make a call. At the time, I think I was gonna call my then fiance, because we weren't married, and I was trying to call somebody, and she took my phone from me, and that was a sign to me that this girl had other plans. It wasn't to help me, because me, I try to get help for myself. You not carry me to the hospital, so I want to help myself. Instead of her giving me my phone, she took it from me, and I said, God, please, I need the help. I didn't scream out. I started to just sit there and pray and ask God to help me. Anyways, they brought me across the street and brought me in the car. I remember I was peeing around the side of the car, and these were behaviors I never normally have. And I was like, why am I behaving this way? What did they do to me? And why the girl never want me answer, take the phone and call my uncle or my ex-fiance or whatever, ex-husband at the time? I was like, what they're planning to do to me? And I pick up from there that something else was going on. Because instead of her giving me the phone to make a phone call, she wanted me to drink water when Mr. Mongo hospital. Anyways, we went there. She had me in the back seat of her car and I laid down. And I remember I said to God, please save my life. I don't care if they want to hurt me any further, but I just want to be alive to see my mom. I don't want it to get married because I was in love. And I prayed and I asked him. Then the two of them come in the car and I started saying to them, Mel, you should get married and you should this. I started telling them a bunch of things like, oh, you guys are so in love, and you guys are this. I didn't mean one bit of it, but because for my own safety and to preserve my life and to get them forget the mindset out of whatever they were planning to do to me, I started to just put things in their head that was not true because it was all a tactic to save my life. And I just started to tell him all this stuff. Anyways, I ended up I remember she brought home her boyfriend and she brought me home to her house. And I said to her, Melissa, I need to see a doctor. I need to see somebody because something is wrong. Because I remember when I went to her house, I was even peeing on the side of the lawn outside. I'm like, Melissa, this is not me. I'm a very stocious and stush, as them call me back home in Jamaica. And I said, but that's not me. I don't know how many piss on roadside and them something there. And anyways, she said, oh, her sister at the time is a doctor. And she said she will let me see her sister in the morning, so I shouldn't worry. I said, I know something is wrong with me now. Anyways, I said, alright, and she said that. And she had my phone. I said, alright, I will see her sister. And yeah, this kind of emotional. In the morning, her mom and her dad got ready. Both of them went to go see the sister. And who did not end up getting to see the sister who is a doctor? Me. Boo Boo the fool. I watch her and she and I sat there and I watched she was in the kitchen doing this. Her mom and dad got ready. She didn't say, Kaden, mom and dad is about to go down, because I didn't know how I was gonna get there. She didn't say, Kaden, go and get ready and go with them. And she didn't say she was gonna carry me. She said I was gonna see her sister. Anyways, I listened and I was like, something is wrong, man. Why is she behaving this way? That was my first sign that this girl had no intention of helping me, from when she took my phone and telling me she didn't want to carry me to the hospital. Anyways, let me fast forward. Years later, after I migrated, I still got married because she was my maid of honor. I didn't explode, and because that's not my personality. But I remember when I was asking her, I came to America, and at the time I told my ex-husband, oh, this is what they did to me and blah, blah, blah. And I remember I was going to from doctor to doctor, trying to figure out what happened. And I remember I said to her, Mel, you need to tell me what you did to me. I need to find out what you and Wayne, because it wasn't just her, did to me. She looked at me and told me, I need to go and pray about it and ask God to help me. And she wished me all the best of luck and success in life. I said, mighty God. They laughed about the situation. They could have killed me. I could have lost my life. And laugh, it was from Fiona, Melissa, and Shanika. All three girls laughed me to scorn, somebody who was helping Melissa. And I said to myself, God, keep me far from my enemies. I don't keep friends like what I used to anymore, because your friends are your enemies in disguise. It's just that we don't realize it. My closest friend is God and my mother. Nobody. Because even my own family had issues, but I'm not going into that right now. But as I said, trust God, not friends.